Hi everyone, I'm incredibly happy to present you the latest addition to the Consentmo app today. And let me just start where it actually comes from. So most cookie banners right now show the same consent model to all the regions of the world, no matter how you actually enable different regions in your app. So if you enable Europe, US and Canada, it's going to show the same cookie banner with the same buttons everywhere, which means most probably accept, reject and preferences to all of these regions that actually require different consent model per state and per region and per country. So how we're resolving this is by presenting the smart geo-targeting feature, which I'm now going to present to you. And what it actually does is, if I have a store enabled for all of these regions, Europe, US, Canada, I'm going to show the correct consent model to the visitor depending on their region, which means if I'm a visitor accessing your store from the EU, I'm gonna get the accept, reject, preferences banner. But if I'm visiting your store from California, I'm gonna get the do not sell, accept banner, which is supposed to be the case. So let me show you how it works, not just talking. So right now, if you have the banner enabled just for Europe without the smart geo-targeting, you're gonna get the recommended settings for each country. But you can further go one step further and check all of the different countries and change the consent model by simply enabling our smart geo-targeting feature. And here is how it works. You simply come here, it shows you a quick pop-up that explains how the smart geo-targeting actually works, and all you need to do is actually click automate compliance for me. So let's do that. And now we have smart geo-targeting on, which means that I can now come, edit each country specifically and choose the consent model per country. I can choose a selection of buttons or even hide the banner if I want to in a specific country. So let's enable this for the US and leave do not sell accept for California, but let's change to accept preferences in the other states. Let's say these three, and also do something similar for Canada. As we know, Quebec is kind of more accept, reject, preferences oriented, so the rest can be accept preferences, let's say. And you can do that for all the regions. We have the predefined ones. You can add new regions also that are not listed here. All of this easily manageable through the smart geo-targeting. But let's now see actually how it applies to the storefront. So I'm setting the settings here. And now let's go to the storefront. Currently, my current location is in Europe without any VPN enabled or anything. And I'm seeing the right consent model, which is accept, reject preferences on the storefront. So what I'm going to do right now is going to change my location to US, California, where we actually set up do not sell, accept, and see how the banner would change. So let me get quickly into that and I'm gonna come back. Okay, and here we have the banner shown for the US region, California. As you can see, it shows the right consent model, which is do not sell and accept. So this is exactly what smart geo-targeting does. It shows the right consent model depending on where your visitor is accessing your store, which is supposed to be the case in order for you to be compliant all over the world. And of course, you can even add additional regions and you can set the banner to either show or not show there, or to show at a specific button configuration. Whatever you want, you can easily do with our latest addition, which is smart geo-targeting. We can't wait to hear all of your feedback on that. We already have dozens of merchants using it, and the feedback is already so positive. So yeah, we're really happy to have this released and live for all of our users. And what is coming next is even more exciting, so stay tuned for that.